All right, greetings from the garage. It's I don't know, 9:30 in the morning on Sunday, and I'm still working on the house. I really haven't had time to work on the Plymouth at all. I did manage to clean out the interior and do a full inspection of the chassis and floor for rust. I made a video about it, but it's just so long, it's going to take me a while to edit it down to something even quasi-interesting. So watch out for that, guys. It goes into detail how to check for rust and how to assess how bad it is. So anyways, what I have been doing is collecting parts. They're not that hard to find. Some parts are harder than others, of course. So anyways, here we go. That is a 4-speed manual transmission. I dug this out of my my storage here. It's a 1977. It's what is known as a big bearing AF or M body. You can always tell by the short shaftness there. And the, of course, big bearing retainer. It's got the original Dodge shifter, but it's really loose and sloppy. I got to take this apart and I got to replace some of the bushings and stuff, and shore up some of the linkage. The linkage is kind of loose, but it's a good runner. I'm just going to use it pretty much the way it is with a little bit of shoring up here and there. Anyways, and I got the clutch pedal assembly. This particular one is from a 55, but 55 and 56 they're the same car with little details. But I did make a mistake, and that is I ordered this bell housing off of eBay because it was cheap. It'll fit the engine, but it won't fit the transmission. And the reason why is because this is to a small bearing 4-speed, which is more common to, you know, B and E bodies. In other words, Belvederes and Coronets from the 60s and 70s. Or early 70s, and this bearing collar will physically not fit through the hole, and I can't just drill it out because the depth is slightly different. So I have to go look for the correct bell housing, which, oh yeah, by the way, I already found the bell housing. I just need to go order it, and it's a couple $100. I'm just going to buy a new refurbished one rather than a used one because I don't want to screw with it. But everything else works. The clutch fork is all the same. The pivot's the same. The clutch, whatchamacallit, the throwout bearing's the same. So all I really have to do to make this whole thing work is I have to make a custom Z-bar which connects this rod to, I don't know if you can see it, this thing to actually actuate the clutch. So yeah, that's what's going on. I'm really hoping to get to the Plymouth soon. I really want it running and driving. And the reason why is because, oh, by the way, I just watched a video from Hobbs Ventures where he talks about a car he saw parked in a parking lot. It was like full of stuff. And hoarding is just one of those things. It's hard to explain. I mean, I'm kind of a hoarder too. I've cleaned up most of my hoarding. But I'm about to show you something which is amazing, and it's really put my hoarding into perspective. And here, I'll just show you. So anyways, this is my dad's minivan. He gave it to me because he can't drive anymore. And I decided that it got really bad gas mileage, which it did. So my brother is going to have a family here pretty soon, and he needed a minivan, so I'm just like, hey dude, here you go. And so I started to clean it out yesterday, and that pile came out of that minivan. From that. I'm amazed at how much stuff my dad can fit in that minivan. And it's no wonder the thing got bad gas mileage, you know? When you put 1,000 pounds worth of stuff in a car, it's going to take a lot more gas to, you know, run it around. So, yeah, hoarding. It's a nightmare to clean up after. I'm not even halfway through cleaning this house, guys, and I've gone and done endless dump runs. I just cannot believe I'm overwhelmed by the amount of stuff that my dad's collected over the 40 some years that they've lived here. So, but yeah, slowly things are getting cleaned up. The Celica, my brother's also taking that, so my front yard won't look like a junkyard here pretty soon, which is, thank God. So yeah, I hope everybody's having a good day. I'm having a good day. It's nice and sunny out here in Northern California. Almost not a cloud in the sky. All right, I'll catch up to everybody later.